Welcome to the Night end-to-end demo where we're going to fully configure Cloud Code to automatically complete Jira, Slack, and linear work items and have our first PRs in less than 5 minutes. Night is the glue between these services that is going to enable this workflow and also the host of the agents that are going to run this workflow. In a few years, most tech shops are going to be using Night or something similar. Let's do it. So this is a fresh Night account, and it's also a fresh GitHub, GitLab, Slack, Jira, and Linear account. So we're going to be running this completely fresh just to show you guys exactly how easy it is. I ran a dry run before this, so each of these services, Slack, Jira, and Linear, will all have one ticket in it, and as you can see, we log the ticket history on the dashboard. I have unauthed from each of the services so you can see the auth process from scratch. It is very quick. I am very proud of how quickly you can auth to each service. You can have Night fully configured in less than 2 minutes. I've done the API key beforehand because I don't want you to see the API key, but other than that, let's do it. So I'm going to auth to my Git providers first. 2 clicks, done. GitHub's done. Two clicks, GitLab's done. We're authenticated to both. Atlassian's the special snowflake, so we're going to do that one last. Auth to Slack, 2 clicks, done. Linear is going to take a second to load. Linear loaded, authorize. 2 clicks, done. Atlassian's the special snowflake because it requires 2 different applications on the Atlassian side. It's okay though, it's just going to be about 4 clicks. We're going to have to manually redirect at the end. Accept the OAuth app. And then we'll download the Forge app. The Forge app actually does do like an actual download to your Atlassian site, so we're going to cut here. I'm going to pause, be back after the download. That was quicker than I thought it would be. It took about 30 seconds. Like I said, unfortunately, you have to manually redirect from that, but the website handles the logic properly when you manually redirect. You can see Jira's green. All right, let's do it. That's literally all it takes. So I have a repo set up on GitHub and GitLab. We'll just test the GitLab one from the get-go. So go back to my project. And then I will just grab the link to the repo here. This is all you got to do. It's this easy. So first we go to hold on. We go to the Night app, which was added to the workspace through the workflow. When you enter the chat, you get this kind of chat prompt for you to request work. I click request work. All I got to do is I paste the repository URL and I give it a work item to do. So anything that you would be confident with Cloud Code one-shotting, you can have it do. So this is just a test project, so we're going to do just a test work item like create a placeholder markdown file in the root dir of the project with placeholder content. Submit. So I'm going to let that run, and since I am on the subscription with 3 agents, we can press forward. So I'm going to create a ticket here on my Jira board, and it's going to be pretty much the same thing. Create a test markdown file in the root dir of the project with placeholder content. And then I can just point it at the repo like that. Create a test markdown file in the root dir of the project with placeholder content. Because I connected to Jira as my own user, I'm going to assign it to myself. But if when I did the configuration, I used something that was set up to kind of function as a Night service account, which is what you should do in a production environment, you would assign this to that account. Whatever account does the OAuth step is now the Night user in Jira. So looks like we're good here. I'm going to go ahead and press create. And our agent should pick that up momentarily. I'm going to go over to Linear now, create a new issue, create a test markdown file in the root dir of the project with placeholder content repository. Create a test markdown file in the root dir of the project with placeholder content. Create issue. We're going to view this issue. We're going to assign it to ourself, and then we're going to use the linear delegation feature to assign it to the night agent. So night agent is going to pick that up momentarily. We'll be back in a second. So we are back on the Slack side now, and we made this request at 12:55. It is now 12:58, and the PR is created. So I'm opening it in this other branch, and we can see that there was a placeholder markdown file created. On the Jira side, this should be up and running in a second. Pull request was already opened because it was an easy markdown file. Let's look at it on the Jira side. Yep, we got a PR here with test content in it. On the linear side, Night is working, it's creating the repository. We'll be back in a second. And there you go. About 2 minutes after the issue was created, Night has finished the PR for linear. I can go to the PR same way I did as the other ones. Here's our test markdown file with changes. The human would just have to come in and review this. So that's linear, that's Jira, and that's Slack. Full end-to-end test, perfectly done. Every company is going to be using this tool in a few years, so it's best to jump on the bandwagon now. That's it. Thank you.